You're listening to Moviesucktastic.
On this motherfucking plane! Now we got drinks? Oh, they free still.
It all sounds like some bad movie.
Oh, and we're back.
So soon?
I told you. Well, you know, what I try and do is I try and keep it brief. You know, I try and throw a TV spot in there instead of like a 2.5 minute trailer. Because we get flagged for it anyway, even with the TV spot. I'm like, why should I waste everyone's 2.5 minutes? But I couldn't find anything less than 3 minutes, really, for either one of these. I mean, I found one that was 1.5 minutes for Mank, but I'm like,
If you explain it for another 30 seconds, we're good.
I may as well have played the trailer.
Welcome to Moviesucktastic, where everything takes too long.
Everything. Well, yeah, didn't someone recently complain about our review? It's like, you know, if the review is as long as the movie, why bother? And it's like, fuck you, dude.
Yeah, it's called attention span.
That's right, which no one fucking seems to have anymore.
Yeah, so, if you're new to the show, I'm Scott, and that's Joey,
Hi.
and what we do is talk about films.
That's right.
That's
and
it.
for the
We have
most part, bad films. But this time of year, we get to review Oscar movies. Well,
Right,
we make ourselves do it.
But, this isn't a little YouTube 10-minute setup. Here's 5 fun facts about Tenet. or here's your here are the top 10 action films. Or,
here's the thing:
everything you needed to know. The ending explained. Oh, God forbid someone had to explain a fucking ending. Ending explained. Just go through the YouTube. Every third video is the ending to this explained. Is everyone that fucking stupid? Now, granted, I find them when I'm looking for YouTube videos that explain films. Because I like to hear more about
Yeah, it's like there's very rarely I need to seek out a video to explain to me the ending. What I am doing is I'm looking to see, hey, I wonder if they thought the same thing I did,
Exactly.
or did they catch this? And sometimes they like Midsommar, like that whole ending and everything like there. I watched a few of those. I'm like, they missed a whole bunch of things. Mm-hmm. You know, there was one video that didn't even mention the inbred child. I'm like, why do you miss that?
Yeah. So and that's a lot of film theory and criticism, and it's layered. Detailed,
but here's the thing,
and we can't be asked.
But here's the thing: those are the videos because they're kept short, because no one has an attention span. They're done like that on purpose,
right.
And it's getting worse. People are seeking out these 5, 10, 15 minutes is like an eternity. It's like, I can't watch this. This is 15 minutes. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it's making things worse instead of better, in my opinion. But those are the videos that get all the viewers. Those are the ones that actually get monetized. People actually make money doing that. And
no.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, not that we're... Listen. We prefer to do it this way.
I can't be bothered to spend my life editing a video down for not getting paid. So we do the podcast primarily, and we just record ourselves doing the podcast because why not?
Right. Yeah. So
that's
and that's the thing. Our runtime is way more accepted in audio form. as Scott just mentioned. We just happened to record this, and it goes live to YouTube right now. If you go to our YouTube page, youtube.com/Moviesucktastic, you could be watching this live right now. And what's going to happen is after we're done with this, it'll get then uploaded everywhere to iTunes, and then everywhere else will grab that iTunes feed, and our show can be downloaded in hundreds of places.
You don't have to go that detailed. You can just say it goes up in the inner tubes. Everyone know what that means.
The interwebs, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll explain more at the end of the show, like I always do.
No, please don't.
Okay, I'll leave it out this time. So anyway, this episode we are reviewing the film Mank.
Yes, we're doing all the Oscar films. We're a bunch through. This is our 6th Oscar review, I'm pretty sure.
This is our 6th.
Right,
Yes.
so we have 2 to go.
2 to go. And here's the thing. And I had mentioned this before we even started reviewing Oscar films. And now having seen this, I firmly believe that this will be your Best Picture winner this year.
It can't. It better. It really can't.
It will.
There's no way it can. Dude, there is no fucking way. It's the first time you've had like multiple women directors nominated at the same time. It's like the most. You got black actors all over the place, direct filmmakers, everything. It's so diverse. This is like one of the most diverse Oscars we have in a long time. And when you have films, multiple films about how much white people have fucked up black people and won Oscars, and then you give Best Picture to the one about the white screenwriter for Hollywood, you're fucked. No way. I wouldn't be surprised if that caused a riot on its own. You think white gold was a reaction? There's no fucking way.
This is winning Best Picture.
No, I disagree totally.
Yes, it
this
is.
This is gonna be an interesting year because
it's gonna be a good year.
And I'm not just playing politics too. I don't think it's the best film.
I don't think it is either. But this has Best Picture written all over it. They love the Academy loves this kind of film. It's in black and white. It's an ode, or not an ode. It takes place in the 30s and in the 40s. It looks and feels like a film actually in the 30s and 40s. It has that grandiose, like huge, large feel about it.
It's another perfect example of Hollywood's unending love affair with itself.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. It's what I'm getting at. So, right. and then of course, David Fincher has directed it. He's been nominated about 1 billion times. Has never won Best Picture, never won Best Director. I'm telling you, yes, there is some diverse films. There is some really good quality movies. But for them, I'm telling you, it's an honor to be nominated this year because this movie is winning Best Picture. Telling you.
No.
Lock me in. Every year I tell you a movie that's going to win or whatever. It's like, this is a gimme. This is an easy one, like Gary Oldman for playing Churchill. It's like, dude, it's a lock. There's nobody. He's winning Best Actor. It's like if you wanted to do some Las Vegas odds, put everything you got on it. I firmly believe that Mank is winning Best Picture.
I disagree.
Okay. And you'll be wrong.
Now anybody who doesn't know what Mank is about, it's about the Herman Mankiewicz, who was the screenwriter or one of the screenwriters, depending on who you talk to, of Citizen Kane. Right. The big Orson Welles film that I fondly remember a film studies student with me referred to as not being able to watch because it was in black and white.
Oh, God. It's considered, revered by many as the greatest film ever made.
Citizen Kane.
Citizen Kane, yes.
Right, yeah.
And I've seen Citizen Kane.
It
didn't make the money that it cost. So, I mean, it wasn't until years later. It was nominated, I think, for 9 Oscars when it came out. Only won Best Original Screenplay, which... This film mainly is about Herman Mankiewicz. He's an alcoholic. It's
the best writers are.
Yeah. He essentially his career he feels is behind him, but when Orson Welles seeks him out because Orson Welles is just breaking into the film industry, because his War of the Worlds prank got RKO's attention, and they gave him a film deal where he has full creative control and final edit, which during this time is completely unheard of. So he actually asks Mankiewicz, or Mank, to be what's called a script doctor, so that he would write this script with notes from Welles, and he would go uncredited. But throughout the film, throughout him writing the screenplay, he feels it's the best work he's ever done in his life, and he fights for screen credit. So, I mean, you had mentioned it before. It's heavily debated how much Welles is involved with this script. Some people say that his contribution is substantial. Some people say that it isn't at all, and that he edited out a bunch of stuff that Mank had written, and he put in his own because he liked it more. Things like that. He directed it. He acted in it. Mm-hmm. Welles and Mank, they actually grew to hate each other quite ferociously. When Mank wrote it, I think, and they mentioned it in the movie, he's 43 years old, and Gary Oldman is like 60, or close to 60, and it's just like, I'm not buying that you're 43 at all.
43 alcoholic, maybe.
43 alcoholic. That's the only reason why I even bought it a little bit. But I'm like, oh my God, 43. What a mess. You're younger than me.
Now, and so it has that whole writing of the film, but since one of the big things about the film is that it was a very poorly. I can't think of fucking words all of a sudden.
Paced?
No. Oh. A very thinly veiled copy of Hearst.
Oh, right. Yeah, Mank. He because he was he was friendly with Hearst.
Separate of Mank.
Yeah.
Citizen Kane, the whole character Citizen Kane, is widely known to be based on Hearst, William Randolph Hearst, who for you kids in the audience, ran a and I'm not a history teacher, so this is gonna be very short. He owned a lot of newspapers and was therefore a very powerful man.
Yes, he was.
And politics come into play in that.
And I believe it was also loosely based on Pulitzer as well.
That part I never heard. I've never heard.
I actually did a little digging on it, and it was it's mainly based on Hearst, but it did what I did find information wise said that it was a little bit for loosely based on Pulitzer as well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Citizen Kane's not just, we're not reviewing Citizen Kane, but I mean, Citizen Kane's not just known for the script either. It's mainly known for cinematography. Yeah,
I mean, like Welles was doing unprecedented things, like taking the camera and putting a glass floor above it, and there's shots of people walking, and the camera angle is looking straight up. I mean, that's
the first time they did the the really close and really far. Like he developed the whole lens for that.
Yeah.
I'm not incorrect in that. I don't know the words right now. Me talk bad.
Force perspective.
So this is just, if this was a documentary, I would have been knee deep in it. The minute I heard about it, because I love this kind of stuff. When it comes to the film adaptations, again, it's sometimes a hit or miss. I mean, Ed Wood is still one of my favorite. Hollywood films of all time, but I don't care for many of them. The one thing that's interesting about this is that it's partly fictional.
Yes.
In as much as some of the connections, some of the things that are described are not proven, and some of them are just wholly made up. There's like no evidence whatsoever.
Right.
And I think the main thing that's made up is Mank's personal connection, the whole connection with the when they steamrolled Sinclair Lewis in his bid.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's something I've actually been interested in. When I was reading Sinclair Lewis, I was very, very interested in the idea that he actually ran for office and shit. It's like, oh, that's cool. And when you read about that, all you can read about it is it's the same time period where it's just, oh yeah, so the government got together and just fucked them. Just fun. That's a lot of the films. This Oscar cycle aren't even just, oh yeah, white people fuck black people. It's like, oh yeah, so the government just fucks you. It's not even debated anymore. It's like, oh yeah, this is where the government fucks you, and then this is where whitey fucks you.
Yeah, bend over.
Next in line.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, go ahead.
No. I was just going to say, I mean, it essentially what happens is Mank feels that he's washed up. Orson Welles contracts him to write this, basically puts him in a room because he gets into a car accident, and he messes his. Yeah. So he's laid up. He's an alcoholic, so he has help. Someone that can actually type what he says, and it just helps him out. And he's basically away from everyone. He's away from his wife. He's away from his kid. He's away from
solitude.
Just absolute solitude. And Wells at one point tells him, the only reason you were able to write a script this good is because I gave that to you, because I allowed you to be out here alone. And Mank ain't really buying it that much because he's still drinking heavily and people are still visiting him. So it's like, I want screen credit. So fuck you.
But I mean, part of that is he really, it's not as jarring as the screw you. It's more, this is more of the evolution of Mank in the film, where
Right.
he sorry about that.
That's okay.
I mean, he's going through his character arc here, where he's like actually concerned about maintaining some kind of legend. Not legend, but again, my words are failing me now. Words bad. Bad words, Joey, bad.
Hulk smash.
Yeah, so it's really just out of a change of heart, where I realize now that I'm like a wreck, and I'm like,
I think the word you're looking for is legacy.
Legacy, thank you.
So-
That was the word I was looking for. Yeah,
So-
he's concerned about his legacy and concerned about like completing something and bringing back his name. And so he's like, yeah, everybody's telling him this is a work of art. He's like, oh, maybe I should take it.
One of the things that I'm most impressed about Mank is Gary Oldman.
Oh,
Every scene that he's in,
there's nothing he can't do, silly man.
I agree, but there's just his dialogue alone. Which, by the way, David Fincher's father had written this script, I guess, a while ago, and David Fincher decided to adapt it into a film. So his father, Jack Fincher, was nominated for a Golden Globe for this, for best. Is it adapted for this or original? It's adapted, right?
No.
Or is it original?
It's neither. It's not. I told you, it's not a for either screenplay.
Oh, that's right. What was it? Well, I was thinking of what it was for Golden Globes.
Oh, I don't know. I don't watch that shit. Fuck are the Golden Globes?
It was.
You know why the Golden Globes are illegitimate? Just like are invalid. Period. You know why, right?
What? Well, I mean,
Because they give awards to TV shows and movies.
Yes, they do.
No, you don't mix those two.
No, you really shouldn't.
No, you don't. You keep them separate. Don't. Oh, this is for. Might as well just be at that point. Just call it MTV Film Awards. Just.
Well, I mean,
just
they've been doing the Golden
don't-
Globes for over 50 years, close
Don't
to
care.
60 at this point, I think.
Don't care. They include TV. TV sucks. Moving on.
Okay, it's award season, baby.
Yeah, literally the only award show I watch is the Oscars, and I don't even like that.
Yeah, there was a point. There was a point in time we did, which is crazy.
Yeah,
But we get older. You got bills to pay, life to live, jobs to
Tired.
work, and then it's like,
and can't sit through 3 hours of this bullshit.
yeah,
Just backslapping millionaire. Who the fuck cares that? Oh, good. I'm glad you're happy you did well.
there's
Oh, I
just
got an award on top of like my multi-million salary.
it's
yeah.
just congratulatory awards and just
Because the one thing a celebrity needs is congratulations and people telling them that they're worthy. I mean, how often do they hear that? How often do they hear people tell them that they're good? They had to make a special time just to do it because it's so rare.
I know. Hey, it happens.
I'm just becoming a grumpy old man rapidly, and I don't know why.
It's okay.
You know what? Pool's going to be open in like a week, and then I'm just going to be outside all day, every day, and my attitude is going to change dramatically.
Well, I mean, it'll be changed by the time we do our live Oscar show. We'll have a tan.
Oh yeah,
You know?
I'm a tan, drop some weight,
You know, the
get a haircut.
spring has come here, and pretty soon, all of the trees in my backyard are going to be in full bloom, and I'm just going to spend so much fucking time outside. I already have the sound set up, ready to go. It's like, because it's a new house that we're in, so it's just like, oh man, I cannot wait. It's going to be great. So anyway,
The cinematography, man. Here's the one big complaint I have about Mank.
Yeah.
All right, so
it's up
this
for
is
10 Oscars, by the way.
This is a film about the making of the film that was about newspaper magnate.
Right.
All right, there's like 3 different stories involved in this. The problem I have with it, since it's about Citizen Kane, they film it like Citizen Kane. Get it?
Yeah, you're right.
And then they'll have a shot where he drops his hand and he drops the bottle, just like the
Rosebud.
Get it? Now we're gonna have this scene in the long room, like the big castle, and now we're doing this one. It's like, and he's actually on Hearst Foundation, grounds, and it's just like Citizen Kane. Get it? It's almost a parody at that point. It's the one thing that bugs me about the cinematography about this film is you're going to do a serious. So I can't take it as a serious, like, biopic.
Well, and let me tell you something.
Even though it's very, very close to reality, and the few changes they made were obviously for the film flow, and I have no problem with any of them. I can't take the film as seriously as it wants me to because it plays those games.
Well, I'll tell you this. People that vote that matter as far as what wins an Oscar are gonna they eat it up with a spoon.
Yeah, this isn't about them. This is about my opinion.
I'm just telling you, that's why this is going to win Best Picture.
I don't care what those fuckers do.
I know you don't, and believe me, we'll talk more about it on Oscar night.
Right. I just strongly feel like it's not going to win.
I think I'm going to do
beyond that, I don't think it should.
When we do our live show, because that's still in the plans, that we will do a live show. I think I'm going to do a different setup for. I mean, we'll still record the show and whatnot. Probably get taken down from YouTube after 5 minutes, like it did last year. But I think I might do a little something different this year. I don't know yet. Maybe it'll just be audio and no video, and then maybe we can play the whole thing. Anyhow, so it's up for 10 Oscars. Best Picture being one of them. Gary Oldman for Best Actor. Best Director for Dave Fincher. Amanda Seyfried for Best Supporting Actress. Best Sound. Best Achievement in Production Design. Best Achievement in Music written for a motion picture or original score. Best Makeup and Hairstyling. It's a period piece. That's a given. It's probably going to win just because of that alone. Best Costume Design and Best Cinematography. Now, aside from winning Best Picture, which it's going to,
No.
what else is it going to get?
Possibly Best Supporting Actress. Amanda Seyfried.
Seyfried?
That's it.
Who's she up against?
She is up against Maria Bakalova in Borat.
She's not getting it.
No. Hillbilly Elegy, Glenn Close.
I'm actually even surprised that she got nominated for Borat.
Glenn Close.
Honestly. No, I'm talking about what's her face.
Yeah, I guess they didn't have enough good actresses out there. They had to pick her. Coleman.
I hope when they announce her nomination that they do read the entire Borat title.
Olivia Colman for the father. and Yoon for Minari.
Now, Olivia Colman won Best Actress for...
Oh, she's not getting it for The Father.
No, but she just recently won Best Lead Actress for... Oh, what the hell was it?
That was the
Queen...
the Queen movie.
Yeah. What was it called?
See, I knew it until you said you didn't know it, and you blanked me.
I blanked you.
Yeah, you imposed your ignorance onto me, and now I own it too. Your ignorance of that one fact.
Yeah, I know.
No, it's like the Informant. That's
The
it.
Favorite.
Yeah, that's what I said.
The Favorite. Oy.
No, she's a great actress, but she's barely in The Father. I'm not even sure.
Oh, Judi Denching that one?
Not that poorly, but I mean, I good performance, but I don't know why she's up for an Oscar.
Okay.
That's it. Nothing negative about that.
I think it walks away with cinematography, costume design,
and
makeup and hairstyling, and probably production.
It probably will get cinematography, but getting it by mimicking somebody else's cinematography feels very, very wrong to me.
I mean, if that was the case, then it wouldn't even have been nominated.
I'm just saying. I can't say anything other than what I feel.
What about Gary Oldman for Best Actor? Who's he up against?
Stephen Yeun in Minari.
No.
Riz Sound of Metal, not happening.
No.
Chadwick Boseman from Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Chadwick Boseman, they might give it to him posthumously.
It wasn't bad. It was a good performance.
Yeah.
Now, just based on how I was affected, I want Anthony Hopkins to get it for The Father.
I mean,
he tore my fucking heart out with that film.
I was actually thinking, I haven't seen The Father yet. It's the only film I haven't seen yet.
Mm-hmm. Watch it alone.
Watch it alone?
Because you're going to cry.
Oh, Christ. Why? Why would I do that? I don't want to do that.
If you don't have a soul, Joey.
I don't want to show emotion. I don't do that.
It's going to win if something. I mean, original score, possibly.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen The Five Bloods yet, but I'm sure it's somewhere up there.
The Five Bloods.
I'm not going to watch News of the World.
No.
Yeah, I mean, as production design, could be a shoo-in for that. I mean, you're talking about the whole Hearst set thing,
right?
I would be comfortable with that because the set design was meant to mimic that, but cinematography different. It'll leave a bad taste in my mouth if that happened.
Yeah, I don't know. Best Actor. I mean, maybe
Anthony Hopkins.
It's either going to be Anthony Hopkins or Gary Oldman. Because Gary Oldman, he's just the center of every scene that he's in, no matter what. And the way he delivers his lines, his dialogue is excellent. He always has something interesting to say in every scene that he is in. He just does.
I think he's in the running. I think he's in the running for Best Actor.
And again, I haven't seen The Father, so.
No. I'm not. That's just based out of personal. Just like, oh shit, yeah, that was the performance of the year for me. But, but no, it's. I think there's at least 3 different possible options in Best Actor.
All right, what else has it got? What's it got going for itself? Best Sound, yeah, maybe. But other than Best Picture, I'm not really sure of anything else.
Yeah, and it's the ending was a bit weak too.
It wasn't the greatest.
No, it kind of fizzled there at the end.
I mean, I was okay with it. I mean, I don't know how else you end this movie. Like, how else would you end it?
I don't know. I just feel like, maybe his father didn't finish the screenplay, and they're like, well, that's good enough spot.
Nah. I don't know.
I
I didn't hate the ending, but I didn't
but
really mind it either.
when you do these kind of biographies, but you do it for like when the concentration is like also on the cinematography and the screenwriting, and you have to change things to make it work, and now you're using different. It just doesn't gel sometimes. I just for some reason it didn't gel with me on this. I enjoyed the film, but it really kept me at an arm's length, where I was always watching a film. I wasn't like, I wasn't losing track. I was like, oh yeah, I am watching this. It's right here. Show me what you got. That's it.
Show me what you got.
It felt a bit soulless. I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just that like copy of a copy of a copy thing where it's like, all right, so now we're 3 times removed and I don't feel anything.
I'll fuck anything that moves. All right, so I guess we're at the point of where we're gonna rate this bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
So
if only one person wins an Oscar, though, it's going to be Amanda. So she does a great job of being Marion Davies.
She's very good.
Excellent.
Very good. Yeah, she'll probably get it. I can see her getting it.
Now, and here, just go show you here. Its IMDb rating is 7.
And I have a theory on that. I have a theory that people were bored. They can't watch a movie like this, like one of your school
no attention span people.
School cohorts in film school. Oh, it's black and white. I can't watch this. Yeah. Listen, a film like this, there's a special audience for it. Like if we look at it and you look at the age group, I can guarantee you that it's higher in different ages. Actually, it's lower. The 30 to 44 and the 45 plus, it's actually a 6.9. In the 18 to 29 and 18 and under, it's actually 7.4, 7.5. Things like the females did not like this at all. As a matter of fact,
women don't do well in that time period.
Yeah, women don't.
Even when they win, they don't do well.
Women don't like this film. 6.7 for all ages for women, but under 18, 6.5. 18 to 29, 6.8. 30 to 44, 6.7. 45 and up, 6.8. So, excuse me. So yeah, men liked it more. Women really didn't like it at all. I can see the 7. I know why it got a 7. But they don't vote on what wins Best Oscar, so it really is irrelevant.
I want to give it a 6, but I know I can't consciously give it anything less than a 7.
No, it has to have a 7.
Yeah, but I want to give it a 6.
I wouldn't. I liked it more than a 6.
I mean, the problem with modeling yourself after Citizen Kane, even though you're doing it about Citizen Kane, you're still not as good as Citizen Kane, and that's all that's really going to come through.
Right.
And I not all that's always going to come, but it's always going to be there. And that's what's distancing me from this. It just, I don't know. It's too self-aware, I would say.
Maybe.
And that kind of ruined it for me. I think it did. I'm still coming to terms with the film. Great writing, great screenplay. Too bad it's not up for best screenplay. I'm very surprised that it's not up for screenplay. I kind of am too, considering it was actually a well-written screenplay.
Yeah, it really was. I mean it's completely dialogue driven. So
yeah, and there's a lot of some of the dialogue is real world dialogue taken from that the characters have actually said, people.
Right.
It's
right.
really there. But it's still, a screenplay is more than just dialogue. But it's just ironic that a film about a screenwriter doesn't make best screenplay.
Yeah.
And it's happened before, too, I'm pretty sure. And it's just...
Oh, I'm sure of it.
Shows you.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap up.
All right, let's do that.
Suddenly, I have to do something.
Look at you. All right, so that's our review for Mank. That is our
Not bad, but it's not going to win Best Picture.
Not bad, but it is going to win Best Picture.
Nope.
See what I did there? Trust me.
This makes me look so forward to Oscar night now because I really hope I'm right. And technically the odds are in my favor.
You can say whatever you want. It's still winning Best Picture.
I have a 1 in 8 chance. I have a 7 in 8 chance of being right.
Okay.
You have a 1 in 8 chance of being right.
I have a 1 in 8 chance because this is the one that I picked. Sure.
Right. So odds are in my favor.
But I'm very confident that it's going to win Best Picture.
Oh, I know you are.
Yeah. Just like when you told me The Artist wasn't going to win Best Picture.
Sure. And it shouldn't have, and everybody has admitted that since then. So I stand redeemed.
Okay, sure. But I still said it was going to win.
Right.
And by the way, if anyone doesn't know, that is episode 63. That's the night that Joey and Scott drink vanilla vodka shots all night long. And that was the very first time we did a live Oscar show. We video and everything. That's how long ago that episode is.
All right. I'm drinking this Oscars, but I'm not drinking that much.
Okay. Well, Mayor and I will be drinking as well. But of course, I don't know. I'm working from home on Mondays, so I think I can get away with it. So I'll have a few drinks. Don't worry. All right, everybody. Moviesucktastic.com. Do a search for us on, any web browser you like. Just do a search for Moviesucktastic. You can also go to iTunes. You can download the show literally anywhere. Just search for us. If you want to leave us email, it's themovieguys@moviesucktastic.com. If you want to leave us voicemail, it's 908-514-4470. We have an app, but it's not on the Google Play Store. You can go to our website at moviesucktastic.com/mst.apk, and you can download the app for your Android device. We're working on something, so you can hear us on any podcast app that you like. You can just download that. Just do a search for us that way too. Anyhow, that's what I got. Mr. Wilson, do you have any words of wisdom? Nobody can hear that. They can only see it, which they'll complain about because it's our episode is like 40 minutes long. Whatever.
We're still on? What's going on?
Yeah. Bye, everybody. We'll talk to you later.
Huh?
Bye. What? What is happening right now? What are you doing?